What up, everybody? I'm Tommy Runs.
I'm Aaron Worldwide. I'm
Aaron
late.
is Aaron's excited because he's late. He's energized. Well, he's not even energized. I don't know what category you in right now, but this
I'm
is
in
the
a
PR
state of
project.
frustration. Go
You
ahead.
what?
I'm in a state of frustration.
All right, man. Well, we're just gonna woosah this right on down to right where we need it to be. This is the season finale, season one finale of the PR project, brought to you, fueled by, powered by Jen You Can. Most of you guys know them as You Can. They have the edge to go. They have the energy. They have the protein plus energy. They have the hydration. They have they got bars, not the wrap bars, but they have like bars that you can eat. You know what I'm saying? That also have that super starch in there. Uh, they got granola and stuff like that. They ain't send me that though, so I'm kind of like, we trying like, we gotta do a whole season to get like the extra stuff? Is that what we gotta do?
We gotta do something. This
All
is
right,
crazy.
we got to figure
I'm
it
looking
out.
at these comments already, bro. This is outlandish.
What happened already? Hold up. Let me
It's
get through
on me.
this first.
It's
It's
on me.
on. Yeah, late,
Take
super
full
late.
take full responsibility.
It's full responsibility. But yeah, thanks so much, you can for sponsoring this episode and the rest of this season as well. They are known for their sports products that do not have sugar or fast carbs or stimulants. What they have is a long lasting, smooth energy release throughout the workout, throughout the day to help those blood sugar levels stay where they need to be, because that's really where you fluctuate, go up and down. It's just a really great way to go. We've loved it. We tried it. Used through the whole training block, used it on race day. And I just can't wait to continue to use it. Love the flavors, love all the. What I really like is that they do have you like pretty much from a nutrition standpoint, other than like real food, obvious. But all the supplements that most people need to take and buy, I like the fact that I can get them, all in one place. So
For
that's just a
sure.
dope. Yeah, it's a dope concept, and there's a lot of consistency in there. So they don't one doesn't make you feel this way, and you got to worry about how the other one's gonna make you feel. It's all really in the same school of thought, so it's really cool. So you too can be also part of
You
the
can.
you can as well be a part of the You Can family if you just go to the website youcan.co, use PR project as the promo code. You get 20% off on all the products. Yo, my mama bought some You Can. What she buy? I was like, oh, she brought the hydrate
Yeah.
and I think the energy or something like that. So she's really excited about trying it. I told her like I can probably get something for you. She's like, no, I want to try it. I don't want to get it free. I want to buy it, and so I really feel like really test it out or whatever.
Shout out
Um,
to moms.
what do you say?
Shout out to moms.
Shout out to moms. Mom's always being very supportive. So yeah, hop on to youcan.co, grab yourself some PR project, grab yourself some You Can, and then it'll help with your PR project for sure. Okay, we got through that. Um, where are we now? Where are we in this world? This is the season finale. So where do you want to start off, Aaron?
Uh, First of all, I would like to apologize for my tardiness today. This is not in my character. Full transparency. I was cooking dinner. I had a call I had to take earlier, and this is just it's a poor showing. It won't happen again. I got to be
I
better.
mean,
At the end of the day, I got to be better. It's about accountability. It's about self awareness, and it's about just being a better person. So maybe it could be the fact that I haven't consumed a UCAN product in over a week.
yeah, I mean your blood
That
sugar.
might be the problem.
I can almost see. Look at me again. Look up at the camera. I can see on your eyes that your blood sugar level ain't right.
I think it might be too high because I've been
Yeah, dog.
wilding with these. Yeah, when you're not running, I don't know. I've been trying to
That
feel.
is kind of the weird. The funny part is that it's supposed to level it. It's not like supposed to do like go up or down. Like this will help you have a steady blood sugar level. So up or down, figure it out. Oh, dang! Yeah, you was so late. It threw me off, bro. Happy birthday to you, my brother. You are. You just turned 32.
We ain't doing that.
That's what I just did.
That don't matter.
What?
Time ain't real. Yeah,
Well,
bro. I'm 32 today. Shout out to the creator. Shout out, you know what I'm saying, to all of that stuff. Another 365 days. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. We need some Elmo vibes. Y'all don't want me to get off. Y'all want me to get off like Elmo, bro. That's not what y'all want. Because if I could, I would. You feel me? This is a reference to my Instagram post. and Elmo was in the function getting off. He was
Oh man, he was
bro, super hard.
What I want to figure out is how was the head of that costume fixed onto the rest of the body, because my man was going.
He was off of perk 30, bro. He was getting off.
not the perk 30.
Thank you to everybody. Yeah, I'm not gonna click on everybody, but thank you everybody for that.
No, I'll click on everybody. Shannon said happy G Day, big cuz. And for anybody that don't know G Day, and Ernest said it too, it means gangster day.
Yeah, because one thing about us black men, we never gonna tell somebody happy birthday.
Nah, y'all so whack. Y'all so whack.
I said happy birthday.
I said happy birthday to you like twice today, and via text and in public forum. I don't care. I'm too old for this. Shannon, you need to stop. Shannon 39.
Look,
I'm
folks,
calling out all.
They gonna say more life, bro. They gonna say happy G Day, gang. You know what I'm saying?
When did we stop saying happy birthday? Come on.
The internet came out, bro. The internet changed things. You can't be out here. You getting close to the line when you talking about happy birthday. I tell people happy birthday all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in all that craziness, but you know what I'm saying? Some people don't like that, and that's okay.
I mean, it doesn't seem as cool as like happy G Day.
You got to make it cool, bro. It got to sound like something like more tough than it is. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. Hey, shout out to you, Tommy. You sound real good right now. That microphone is it got you sounding real official.
Is it crisp? I sound crisp.
Yeah, you do. It kind of almost seemed like your voice don't match your video. Damn. Like you're talking, and I'm just like, oh, that's
wait, like as in it's all right. I don't even want to ask no more questions. So I sound decent, sweet.
Yeah, you sound like Keith Sweat, bro.
This is what I'm talking about. Gary right here talking about happy birthday. That's what's up. I like that. That's real grown up stuff right there, Gary. Happy birthday. You were born on this day.
Day of birth.
Several 365.
But this ain't about me. This ain't about my birthday, bro.
What is this about? I don't even understand.
We are here to discuss.
Extra crispy. Oh, the voice. Oh.
Yeah, look, Shannon heard the joke. Keep sweating.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Keep sweat on the what is it called?
On the ones that do?
No, the come on, y'all, help me out here. When it's late at night and you try to find
like what are you talking about? Like the type of radio?
Yeah. What is it called?
Like late night radio? I don't know.
Sweat Hotel. That's part of it, but man, y'all know what it's called, bro.
Something
Storm. Hotel. What's the storm?
Oh, the Quiet Storm.
The Quiet Storm. There we go, bro. I'll be blanking out here on these on this stream, bro. My brain.
Yeah, you're much quicker. Oh, Shannon, like 10 minutes later, Quiet Storm.
You got to get real close to the mic and go super low bassy voice. And this is
this is Phase on Love and Oh man.
I got some songs to play for you. We're gonna start out with Anita Baker.
Not Anita Baker.
You feel me?
Oh man.
This is Luther Vandross on the Quiet Storm. You already know.
Yeah. Luther Vandross always gotta be on the Quiet Storm though.
On God. On me. That he gotta be on it. But anyway.
Something off Busybody.
This is about something else. We had a pretty eventful weekend last weekend, and we checked in with y'all from the ASICS Uplift House. We did that. Yeah. That was the last time we talked to you guys in our regularly scheduled, you know what I'm saying, normally scheduled programming time. And we are back in our respective place of residence.
Yep.
Back in the mitten, back in the area. So
in the dirty glove.
But something happened in between that stream and
well, let's talk more specifically about the weekend. If we could, can we deviate a little bit? We did talk to y'all. We talked to y'all on a Sunday, but we didn't really talk about Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because of we were in ASIC's house. So I mean, we probably wouldn't just want to talk about everybody else at the time. But last weekend was Boston Marathon weekend, and it was a really special weekend for so many people, for so many different reasons. Obviously, to make it to Boston, to qualify, all that stuff. But I'd be out of pocket for not mentioning like how amazing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was before even stepping foot on the course of the Boston Marathon course. On Thursday, we had the ASICS hosted us, or we hosted a group run from ASICS Brand House. The PR project did it, and maybe 4 or 5 people, no, like 5, 6 people showed up to the run on a Thursday night at 6 p.m. to run 3 miles with us. So that was really, really big love. It was kind of before everybody really rolled into the city for real, but it was just definitely a really great opportunity for that. So shout out to ASICS for letting us do that, or having us there for that. Friday, I was on a panel at Tracksmith with 6 other really dope individuals. I thought it was just going to be normal amateurs like myself, but turned out 4 of them.
You're not normal.
Yeah, I thought I was mildly special, right? And turns out that like 2 of the people on the panel, 2 of the guys in the panels, PRs for the marathon was sub 2:11, and then the 2 ladies that were next, the 2 ladies were on my left were like sub 2:35 or something like that. And then we had Ken Rideout, who is like goes around all the majors and tries to win masters, like, and literally like is there to do that, and that's like his thought or whatever, and that's dope. And then we had Erica, the Black Roses legend, and it was like then me, so I'm like right in the middle, like, all right guys, hey, how's it going? But it was a good time. But so shout out to Tracksmith for having me there.
Big shout out to Tracksmith.
Saturday, title sponsor UCAN had a panel, which turned out to be super dope. It was a great opportunity for me to be on. It was hosted by 2 awesome ladies that have really dope podcasts. And then to my left, or to my right, was Emma Bates, who a lot of people know, of course. Then Emily Sisson, who's just wildly dope, crazy. And then me, and then Meb Keflezighi, who, if you don't know, Meb is like arguably one of the greatest American marathon runners of all time. So when he's a Boston winner of 2014, and I'm sitting there between them, and it was just a really great opportunity for me to share my story. All that
New York Times bestseller author as well, right?
Like twice or 2 or 3 times, something like that. Yeah. So it was just a really dope opportunity to show someone like myself, Black, amateur, new to the sport, all that stuff, with a story about sobriety and it's a story about balance in life and family. So it was just a really cool opportunity to level that out with some like really relatable stuff, I guess, and then Sunday we had the show at then the Sunday I had a group run with Tracksmith again. Like 500-600 people showed up.
That was crazy. That was wild.
And then on Sunday night we did the show in ASICS Brand House, which was probably one of the doper experiences, because that was the first time you and I had done a show together, like in the same spot. But then also we had a crowd that was actually active, very different. Yeah, and it was
in a good way.
Yeah, it was very pleasant. It was a really great experience. And then so I just wanted to say,
but shout out to everybody that came as well. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to everybody that came.
We appreciate the support. Yeah. Without
shout out to Alexis.
Big shout out to Alexis. Without y'all support, we would just be 2 dudes on FaceTime. So it's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of cool that y'all come out and y'all show love and y'all come in and stop by the stream every now and then. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and then Shannon said he need to read Meb's book. Meb's book, the last one, is 26 marathons. I have the hard copy upstairs. So Shannon, if you're a reader of books instead of an audiobook guy, I have the book for you to read if you want to read it. It's a signed copy with my name on it. So I mean, you got to bring it back. You know what I'm saying? But I got it for you, bro. But it's a really great book, though. And he talks a lot about it. It is about running. Obviously, he ran 26 marathons as a pro, so it's about running. But there's a lot of stuff, a lot of things to take away from it. It's a motivational, inspirational life lesson book disguised as like a running book. So for sure. No, I'll purchase. Oh yeah. That's a good idea. Purchase it. Yeah, you got money. But yeah, so I didn't want to go too far into the weekend without talking about how amazing that is. Running is predominantly white sport, as we know. So to have a young Black dude in you as well too, to be involved in these things and be involved in brands.
Did I just catch a stray?
You too.
You said a young black dude and you as well. So what that make me?
No, I said hey. No, I said hey. I was saying a young black dude. There's two of us. You too.
That felt like
No,
shade,
listen.
but all right.
Three. Listen, dog.
Say less.
Three of the events was like with just me. So I said me, but I'm like, your shit. I mean, you was there too.
And for the record, I missed every event, bro.
You did.
I'm tripping, bro. I didn't go. I did go to the A6 group run. I was there.
I mean,
And also
you came to the stuff that you came to the things that you were supposed to be at.
I can only get there. Yeah, I was staying.
You didn't come all that way to literally be at everything that I was doing.
Right. We are an entity.
I mean, Lance showed up.
Also,
Lance showed up though. So I mean,
they put Lance up in that very nice hotel right there. You know what I'm saying? Very conveniently. I was somewhere 60 miles away, but you know what I'm saying? It was a business trip, bro. I had things I had to attend to.
Yeah, man. Whatever you gotta do, dog. But yeah, it's not lost on me that weekend was really special, and it looked crazy. Like from the outside looking in, people was like, "Yo, what is going on?" Like I saw a guy yesterday at Glass City, and he was like, "Man, he's like, you just came back from Boston. They treated you like you was Kipchoge out there." It was a good one. Yeah. Common Chogi, yeah, for sure. But yeah, so that's all. So I'm sure nobody really wanted to hear the recap of my shenanigans.
They didn't come here to hear you brag about being on panels with Meb and all of that. They want to hear the real. They want to hear they've been here 16 minutes. You seen what the replies on your Instagram story said, bro. They want to hear about the race.
All right.
And I'm not talking about you being black. They want to hear about the Boston Marathon.
Oh, that's why I said all the stuff about the weekend, because I was thinking about being like a black person in Boston, and that's why I was like, oh, I did these events as a black person.
Nah, you out here stalling. All
right, man. Let's get this go. Let's get this show on the
road. So, Boston Marathon 126.
Boston Marathon 126. Let me pull up my Strava. All right.
Strava deep.
So we just gonna start from the get, I guess. I'll get through. I gotta say, like, I got a decent amount of sleep the night before. Probably didn't. No, I got a decent amount of sleep the night before. Definitely did not do what I would tell everybody to do, is make sure you get your food situations is settled. I think I had like a bagel, but like we're not gonna talk about that, right? But so that was not a good choice. But so slept decent, felt really good the morning before. Everybody knows, like, I was dealing with this knee thing that's just been kind of like stopping me from doing what I wanted to do right at the end. So like the last 3 weeks of training were real spotty, and just trying to like conserve to get to the start line. What you looking at?
No, only 13 black people out of 25,000. I think your numbers might be a tad bit off, my boy. But
yeah, it
was a very small minority, but 13 is 13 is crazy. I seen most of y'all though. I seen a good chunk of y'all.
That's crazy.
For sure. I would say it was somewhere in the hundreds.
But I mean, because 100 out of 25,000 is still so small. But yeah, I mean, it could be 13. But because I know 3 of us, it can't only be 10.
You know more than 3.
I'm just saying, like,
Knox, Erica,
Knox, Erica,
Gio,
oh wow, Gio, Lance, the other guy that I don't remember his name, and then Les. Oh yeah, no, we got
it was more than 13, bro.
Not including pros.
We saw regular black folks.
Yeah, it's
regular schmegular black folks.
Yeah.
Shout out to Renee. Renee ran it too.
But the point of that is
Kim ran it too.
Oh yeah, we. But 25 out of 25,000, there's not enough.
The representation still wasn't where it needed to be.
That's the entire point of that, is that it has a lot of work to go. But all right, man, we ain't come to talk about we talking about the race, not the race. That's what we talk about.
We can't hear race talk, not race talk.
No, my actual race, not. But yeah. So started the morning off. The whole I had shout out to Boston Marathon for having like probably. It just was such a great experience, like, getting down there to the buses and having everything perfectly aligned to put your bags and all that stuff and bag check and all that, getting to the buses, and like how many buses it takes to get 25,000 people approximately from from Boston to Hopkinton, approximately 26 miles away. They just had buses like clockwork pushing people out. And then the village was just dope because it's like just this area of just racers just waiting, just sitting around, porta potties everywhere, music and stuff like that. So it was a really dope experience. And then you just start kind of like filing down like a herd of cows, like going down to whatever to slaughter, basically.
That's funny because when I first got to Boston, they told me like, yeah, Boston was designed to like move cows around. So that's funny.
Well, they were moving cows with two legs around for real. Cause that's what it felt like. You just moving around and you getting pushed through and you going down these streets or whatever. So it was just an amazing, like the experience leading up to the race that morning was everything that I thought it would be, but probably a little more, you know.
This is a crazy number too. Wow,
9,000 plus
workers that didn't get paid.
Yeah, because it's there's no way that it could have gone off the way it did without, like, it was so perfect. Like, I mean, it was just crazy perfect. But let's just get to the race because I mean that's what people cared about really. So got to the corral, found the right spot. Didn't do a warm up because of I had to make a decision whether, like, do I run 2 miles or a mile and risk starting something too early with the knee thing. So I was just like, you know what? I just did one little stride down, this little side thing and back, and then did some stretches or whatever. Was by myself and was like, okay, maybe that's cool. Maybe I could just focus up. But saw one of the 13 black saw Lance through like a crowd. So I kind of got over there to him and started off with, it was 4 of us together to start off. And I can't remember the guy, can't remember the guy's name. He's a Peking Duck or something like that. I can't remember his name on Instagram. He's a legend, and like he's a legend that he's been running for a minute and just hella great times. So we started off all 4 of us together. The goal was my goal marathon pace. I'll say my goal out loud. My goal leading into this training block was to run Boston in 2:43. 2:43, 2:44 was the goal. And that's what I trained for. So that was like right around 6:13 to 6:15 pace. And that's like, and I'm not shy about saying that because that's what the goal was.
And how did you settle on that specific goal?
Settled on that goal from, based on my last marathon, and then not just because I want to be 5 minutes faster, but based on the last marathon time, and then the work that we did in between. Of when like the PR project really started was us doing all these shorter races and things like that. So I got my shorter race times down to the more of an equivalent of that. And if I held that fitness and worked through, I'd be good at that. But then also we worked in a lot of hills, a lot of other things, and based from day one, that was my goal marathon pace. So I was very comfortable with 6:15, 6:13. Like that's just where we were, and we did a lot of work faster than that, based on like on the philosophy of the Luke Humphrey marathon, or the Hanson's marathon method. So 6:13 was the goal. Started off, a lot of people tell you to start off, try to ease into the hills, don't go out too crazy. So my goal for the first half of the race was to try to be within 5 seconds of my goal marathon time, and didn't do that because the first mile was 115 feet elevation loss in the first mile, and that feels like you just got kicked off a cliff.
Yeah,
but fortunately
at the bottom pulling you with a rope.
Fortunately though, we kind of used people around us to kind of slow us down, so we weren't just gunning it. So we did 6:20, and that felt like nothing. It went by super quick. And then mile 2, 3, 4 were 6:04, 6:05, 6:04. Looking back, I mean, maybe I could have slowed that down, but it felt so unreasonably easy. Like it's just like I wasn't even jamming legs up. It was just like running downhill, And then 6:11, because we had it changed a little bit. 6:11, and then 6:07, 6:13, 6:16, all the way to mile 8. Everything felt fine. Everything was good. Mile 8, it wasn't like a divot or anything like that, but I just landed a little awkward. Not awkward even. I just landed on the left side, and I felt like, because up until that point I felt nothing, and I was like, okay, this is the day. If I can just figure it out, even though I had these 3 weeks off, if I can just figure this out, um, I'll suffer to get to whatever I need to get to. And then at mile 8, I felt like a little twinge that was like just all it was just tightness, and I'm like, okay, that wasn't there before, but then it went away. So I'm like, okay, sweet, like just don't do that again. And I just tried my best to control the way that my left foot kicks back, which is probably like a weird thing to do in a race, to try to like adjust the stride, but I just didn't want that to happen again. So I was just like, okay, just try to fix something. And I fixed it for as long as I could. Mile 9 was 6:14, 6:17, 6:20 for 11. Mile 12, 6:13, 6:18. So everything was going as planned, and I felt great. Saw some people that I knew at mile 13 and a half, would say what up to them. And then like right around mile 14, like it felt like I did the same thing again. And it was a downhill, and all of a sudden, like it went from like for like tightness, maybe from the first one was like maybe like a 2 or 3 on the pain level, to like a 6 or a 7, like fast. Um, and then so like that was like mile 14. Mile 15 is when like it was kind of like I was trying to figure out the pain. Then you see like a 7:30 right there. And this is all before all the hills that people talk about. I mean, the the mile 15 was like a 23-foot elevation gain, but that's like nothing after, after downhill, like that doesn't bother anything. Then mile 16 was 100-foot downhill, 100-foot elevation loss. So we're at like, I was at back to like 619, but the pain was still kind of there. But I was like, I've run like this before, so we're good to go as long as it doesn't get any worse. Then the wheels just fell off, like mile 17, 18, 19 got worse and worse. I was in the 8 minutes to 8:30. Mile 20 was like 9:54. But those are like in the hills too. Like the hills started like 18, 19, and then 21, 22. And like not like it was just, I mean, it was just bad, bro. Like it was like I remember like a lot of it, but like I don't remember a bunch of it because it was just I stopped so many times just like to try to figure it out, to try to stretch, turn, twist it. Like at one point I like tried to like like I tried to like plant my foot and twist my leg enough to maybe like make something like pop. Like I wasn't even thinking, like I wasn't doing the right stuff, bro. And I just was like, at one point it was like, do you stop or do you like try to finish what you came here for? And the problem with me, like looking back, well, like for a second, the problem was if I'm very like singular focused, and like I don't necessarily I believe in like second like plan B and stuff like that, but like I don't though too. Like so like I didn't allow like myself much grace that day at all. Like it was like even though I had all this stuff, like it wasn't like I was like, oh, you didn't train right, or oh, you didn't train for hills or whatever. It was like something that I probably couldn't get past. And I was like killing myself, like, yo, you should have, like, I was thinking everything that I should have done, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't like, yo, I was at no point mentally where I could just say, I'm just gonna stop because the goal is to be healthy, running, having fun. Like that wasn't the thing that day. Like, and I just couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. I wanted to stop so bad. People like this one lady was trying to get me to stop. Like she was a volunteer, but she was really close to the next like aid station, and she could see like it wasn't. Maybe she could see like it wasn't just like he's a tired cramp thing, Like there's a way that I was trying to like mess with my knee, like while I was like off to the side. And she's like, you should probably just stop. Like, Boston will be here, all this other stuff. And then I just kept like looking up at the street, like as people were going like down. Like I was just looking down the street while she's talking to me, like watching people go. And that was probably like at mile like 19. And I'm like, there's no way like I'm stopping this. Like I can't. And I just told her I can't. And I just kept going. And the limp was crazy. And this is the worst race recap because like I don't know, like I had to finish the race, like I just had to. And it's probably one of the darkest places I've been to, like run since being like sober, honestly, because it was the heaviest, like it just was so heavy, like because you do something for like 3 years to try to get to this one point, and then it's out of your hands though. It's not even like oh, you could push through, you're tired. It was like I can't run, I can't do this, I can't finish. Like I was, because I saw you at one point, and it was just like, because it took me a lot of energy to get from one point to the next stop, like wherever I would stop next. And time between then, like everybody's like, well, how was the hills? Like, I don't even know. Like, because I was just like hobbling up these hills trying to make it work. Like at one point I was at like an 11-minute mile. Like that's like, I mean, I don't, that's brutally slow for me, for what I was trying to do. It's almost twice as what I was trying to do. But it was rough, bro. It was bad. Like it was bad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a testament to your like you said, your singular focus, a testament to just your undying like passion for that specific goal that you had at hand. Like from the day I met you, running Boston was like the number one thing on your like checklist. Like that was everything that you did was in like, what do they call it? It was in servitude to you getting to Boston. You know what I'm saying? It was in service to you getting to Boston. So when I saw you at mile 21, well, we were tracking you on the app, and when I saw you, I saw your time slowing down. I'm not gonna lie, going into the race, I didn't have the best feelings for you because I just know what you've been going through over the last few weeks. I knew it was gonna be tough, but I knew if anybody could grit through it, it would be you. So I was a bit worried about you, but I also was like, Tommy is a different breed. Like he if there's a possibility to push through, he'll find it. But once we saw you dropping down on the app, I've been there before, and just like out there in the choppy water, and it's just like you're trying to stay, trying to stay afloat, just trying to hang in there. It's never been due to an injury as severe as you were dealing with. But there's been times where I've just been out on races and I'm just like, this is not gonna work. Like I'm not gonna make it. So just to see you at mile 21 and to see like how broken down you were, not just physically but emotionally, it was tough to watch. Yeah. But I also feel like you met a version of yourself, and you met a like a piece of yourself. You reached down into your soul and you reached a piece of yourself that you probably haven't met before. Especially in running, because a lot of your races have went well. A lot of your races have went to plan or close to plan. This was like the first time I can really remember you having a race that was a poor experience. Like sure, Savannah was Savannah, right? Yeah, that was. It's like we definitely were like, there was nothing that we could do. Like we gave our best that day. What we could do, but in Boston, you also gave your best that day. Because sometimes your body isn't working in concert with your mind enough to be able to accomplish the goal that you set forth. Yeah. But then we have to take a step back, because your original goal was to run the Boston Marathon. Yeah. Your original goal wasn't to run 2:43 at the Boston Marathon. Your original goal was, I want to qualify and run the Boston Marathon. Yeah. And you did that. So I know we're not moral victory kind of guys, but it's still, that's not a moral victory. That's literally a check mark on the box that you set out for yourself 3 years ago.
Yeah, no, I mean, because that's the cool, like the weird thing about like life and just running in general. Like when you're doing something, I mean, you're a special kind of person if you can do things, and then like while it's happening, if you're madly focused on something while it's happening, you often don't see what's happening. You often don't, like, you're too close to the elephant to see that it's an elephant. You just think it's, you don't know what what you think it is. But it's just to finish off like the race thought or whatever. When I saw you, because the thing about it for me was the first initial like thoughts of I don't know if I could actually finish this race was like mile 14 when the pain first started, but then it kind of like went away a little bit. So I'm like, oh, I can run through this, but mile 16 was like, that's when it was like on and popping. And then as soon as it happened, I'm like, you got 10 more miles of this, and then it never changed. It was never better or worse. It was just right there. And it was just, it was so much to like handle for 10 miles at whatever pace I was doing. I mean, for like 8-minute pace or less, that's a long time, and I was like had to stop just to figure it out. But I don't know, like you said, like I hadn't been to a place like that mentally, in a long since before I stopped drinking. Like, as said, like that was probably the closest that I had been to like who I was, in my worst points, you know what I'm saying? And it felt strange to like be doing it on purpose. And it was tough because it was like a pain situation too. But like when I saw you, you was like, yo, you was supportive. You was like, what you want to do? Like you hopped the fence. He was like, what you want to do? And I looked at you. I was like, bro, I can't do this. I don't think I could do it. It hurt too bad. And he was like, yo, we got the car, or you can just finish. And I was like, all right. So
I wanted to let you make the decision. I didn't want to influence your decision.
Right. Yeah,
but I'm like, it's a aid station in less than a quarter mile up there. I got the car, or you can go get your medal. It's really up to you.
Yeah, like, that's what you said. You go get the medal,
and you then was like, no, I can't quit. And I'm just like, well, go get your medal, bro. I'll see you at the finish line.
Yeah.
And I knew at that point that you were gonna finish. I'm like, and there's nothing that's gonna stop this man. He'll hobble in on one leg, if like literally hopping on one leg and dragging the other one if he has to.
Yeah.
So, but I also wanted to give you a little bit of perspective because I did tell you this isn't the end. I'm like, let's not go out here and do damage. That would be.
Oh yeah. And that's
so much more to do.
I was checking with myself a lot to see how close this was to like, is something about the snap in my leg or not? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it was like that. Like, and I kept asking myself, and whenever it did get like that, I would just stop.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like stretch it a little bit and figure it out. And then I would stop at an aid station so I could actually drink, because doing that and drinking was just, whatever. That was not happening.
Yeah.
And then another thing too, like, and shout out to everybody that's watching this, and then also people, if you ever out supporting a runner, you don't understand like how much your presence on the course really means, because I mean, I knew somebody was gonna be there at 13. I knew y'all was gonna be at 22, and I knew my mom and my sister were gonna be like at 20, right before 26, or before they were gonna be on what's the name, on Hereford, right? I knew exactly where they were going to be. And a lot of the thoughts that was like, make it to 13, make it to Aaron and them. And then lastly was like, make it to my mom's, you know what I'm saying? Cause they flew from, my sister flew from here. My mom flew from Savannah just to watch this race. And they've been supportive this whole time, and I was like, I can't not make it to them, too. And conveniently, they was right there at Hereford, so I didn't have to go much farther after them because who knows what I would have done if I had to do 2 more miles without when it just the finish line. But it was a dope experience. Looking back, I respect myself a little bit more, for finishing that, because it was awkward. It was really weird, like mentally it was really weird. So. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's not a happy. I'm happy I finished or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was one of the worst experiences. Like, it's just mentally, it was just too much. It was so exhausting. Yeah. So exhausting.
I think this race actually would inspire more people than if you would have went out there and crushed your goal.
I told you too after I was glad. Remember, I was like, I'm kind of glad it didn't. Like, I'm kind of glad it didn't go well. Like, in a way, in a sick way.
Yeah, I mean, they say what the true test of a man is how he responds in the face of adversity. So we like to think like our tough race is adversity, right? We like to think like
Right,
I'm
like
trying to
yeah,
hold
like
this pace. This is
yeah,
adversity until we run into real adversity.
yeah.
Until we have to make a real decision, like, am I gonna keep going or am I gonna like hurt myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a different level, and that's still just running. But we have decisions to make in life that are even that would have way more stakes than that. So
Mm-hmm.
to see you in that moment overwhelmed with the emotion that you were overwhelmed with, but you still were able to make a decision that you needed to make for yourself. Because a lot of times we allow those decisions to be made for us by other people.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of us would have had just if the lady came up, do you need to stop? That would have been it. We would have been like, okay, yeah, this is my sign to stop. But you drew upon all those people, all those experiences that you've had, and you knew that it's more important for you to finish the job. Like, you came here to do something, and I know you as a person, like, you don't quit, bro. You have no quitting. You're not waving the white flag. So
Yeah. Well,
to
when
see that was just, it was crazy, man.
because like because I've like sometimes in my moments of like I don't brag too much about stuff, but like sometimes to myself I'll be talking a little shit. But like one time I was saying like I don't really have I don't really have stop. Like I don't like when running wise, like I'm for a race, I'm not gonna stop. Like I don't have that really right now. And then so when finally I had to stop, but like I didn't quit though, you know, like and I wanted to so like you have no idea how bad I wanted to stop, bro.
Trust me,
You have
man. I
no
do.
idea. Like
I've
I
been.
literally was
I
like
stopped.
hoping that you said like you if you had just said, "Are you sure?" I'd have been like, "Yeah, you're right." But like I wanted to stop so bad, but I just couldn't, man. Like, you know, it not that like hindsight, I don't know, in hindsight it just felt like I just needed to prove to myself, not anybody else, you know, cuz I could have wrote it off easy and be like, "Yo, you know, I can write a hell of a Instagram post to tell you why I pulled out the race. I could do that for sure. But I was just like, for me, I just needed to do it because like I worked too hard to get there, just to not quit. Like if I broke my leg, then obviously, but if it didn't feel like I was long term harming anything. It felt like something I had already. I felt like I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't know it was gonna be that bad, but I knew when I started that race that I wasn't gonna finish without any pain. You know, I knew it was gonna happen, but I just didn't know it was gonna happen like that. But I'm glad I was able to finish. I'm super glad. Like I was thinking about Lance a lot of the time. Like I hope he doing all right up there. You know, somewhere. You know, I'm like I hope he running what we were supposed to be running the whole way through. Um, you know, the crowd and the fans like Boston is. I haven't raced like New York or anything like that yet, but it can't. I don't know if it could be as good as Boston, bro. Like it was 2-3 deep, you know, rows of people on both sides pretty much for 26.2 miles, man. And then at certain points, it got even crazier, you know. The best experience ever. I hated that I was like, had to look and feel like that, you know, while being there to experience it. But one of the greatest experiences of my life. I'll never forget it, obviously. But I can't wait to figure out how to work at it and get back. And that's why I feel like I'm happy it happened that way. Because I learned a lot of things from this, you know. I said a bad word. My mama watching. Uh, um, I feel like the reason why I say I feel like I'm happy it happened was because you know I'm not I've never really been the one that's like didn't hit the goal that I wanted and then like well it was like moral victory that like you said like oh well, I did this and this so I'm happy like I'll pick apart everything to figure out like where I could have done and I could easily write this off as an injury thing but then I took it back to like okay what did I do wrong in this training block to not help myself out prior to this injury what could I do better to just stay healthy and remain healthy what you know really like what could I have done to affect this because I'm really big on control what you can control you know what I'm saying like that is one of my biggest things one step at a time one day at a time but control what you can control because you know at the time I could not control that pain or that issue, and I still can't. I can't change what happened, but I definitely can look at it, pick it apart, and figure out where I went wrong at, you know. And it's not the bagel the day before, that probably didn't help. But what all could I do leading up to that day, whether it's 20 weeks before or day of, what could I have done to change that? And I don't think I'd be looking at that the same way if I didn't have that that mistake. Not name dropping. Well, I'm not even gonna name drop. I talked to somebody earlier today, and she said, um, "Be patient." And she wasn't talking about my race at all. She was just talking about progression. She said, "Be patient, because sometimes even in your slower races, there's lessons in each of those slower races that help you get to the other race." You know, because in her career, she went like this one number here, and then the next race was worse, and then the next one was much lower. You know, but you got to learn. You can't just take all victories like and just go, "Oh, I finished. I got my medal. Done." It's like, no, no, no. Like you missed your goal by a lot. You know, granted due to injury, but what can you fix?
Yeah.
And that's just the way I look forward to it.
Yeah. And it's okay to um it's okay to admit defeat.
Yeah.
Sometimes because if we all just won all the time, then
Mm.
we wouldn't appreciate it as much, you know? Like
Yeah, like
the failure is definitely the teacher. We
100%.
win and we want to think we learned a lot. Oh, I learned
You
my
don't learn
training
much.
block went great. I learned this about myself. I learned that about myself. It sound good, but until you look that failure in the face and understand this was a failure, and you're willing to admit that and just like take that and channel it into the future,
Mhm.
as long as you don't use it, as long as you don't get down on yourself and beat yourself up about it,
Yeah.
then you're fine. Like it's okay to acknowledge I failed, but
Yeah.
we're gonna go forward. We're gonna grow from here. We're gonna move on. Like
Yeah.
you take that time, you be present with it. You don't push it away.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
bottle it up. You recognize it. You acknowledge it, and then eventually you gotta put it in the drawer, put it in the shelf, put it away, and you start anew.
Yeah, because like even like when you hear like coaches in like in the NBA or whatever, when they got like a real good winning streak going on, or a lot of mistakes get covered up by winning, you know, and because you just everything's going well and you just whatever, and that's probably let's be real, the leading up to this race, I've had a lot of success, you know, just getting better and faster and PRing and all that stuff, and looks real good on Instagram. But that probably had me, you know, not doing some of the stuff that I was supposed to be doing, you know. And let's take you for instance. You know, you had a terrible training block the last one before this one, right? Yeah, the last real marathon
Last spring.
last spring. You had a terrible training block. I mean, everything was going well. You did everything on paper that was supposed to be right, but just was overcooked. And so leading from that point on, you always did all the extra stuff, you know, and that like chin check had you, you know, protect yourself, protect your neck, you know, and keep moving forward. And I feel like, you know, I didn't do that, you know, and it is what it is. And not to say it's my fault. I'm about to be down on myself about it, but the sooner I recognize that I could do other things to avoid another situation like that, you know, then I'm ready for that. And I'm excited to get back to running because of that. And I don't know if you know, who knows what the next training block has or you know looks like, but I know for sure that I learned a terrible lesson, you know, like a big lesson. So you know,
I think it's something poetic about it happening in Boston as well.
yeah, like it's like it's one of them tragic. Yeah, it's like one
It's
of those
Act
like
3, or is
shake.
that Act 2? Like,
Yeah,
it's, you know, one of the acts when you writing the story, it's like
yeah, yeah,
the when it takes a turn, you know, when the story turns left and
yeah,
things don't go to the protagonist's way. That's kind of where you at right now.
yeah. That twist, everybody like, dang,
Yeah,
I thought they was gonna
crazy.
win.
Right.
uh,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely think this is a great opportunity for you to reassess and pivot
yeah,
and really just to figure out what you need to do to stay healthy. And also, Yeah, Act 4, The Return to Boston. Yeah, shout out to Josh. What Denzel said at the Oscars? What do you say? The devil tried to come get you in your greatest moments. Denzel ain't said that, bro. That was Tyler Perry. You tripping?
Yeah,
That was Medea that said that, bro. You tripping? But
they gave it to Denzel. It sounded better
they gave
coming
it to
from him.
Denzel, but that was Medea that said that.
Yeah,
But yeah, bro, like that's we still early, bro. We still
yeah.
young in our journey in running. We're still young in our journey in life. We still have a lot to learn, and really, we should never stop learning. In life, in running, nothing like the day you think you know everything is the day you'll be
Oh
humble.
yeah, yeah.
So
And I
like
and I was thinking, I'm like even because when I was out there, it was like no, it was zero pride left. Like it wasn't no like let's try to look good. It was nothing. It was just me and these like thoughts of like what the hell is going on, you know, and how I'm gonna figure this out. And I thought about it too, like man, you was pride coming for the fall. Like I don't think I was out here both like I was never like trying to be like boastful or whatever and just like make it like seem like I have everything under control, but it was the pride of just thinking that I didn't have to do all the other stuff because the paces are come fairly naturally to me, um because I was being I mean I sit and watch you do the stuff like you're like yeah I just did a workout like I'm like okay, all right, good job buddy, pat you on the back, and just keep on moving. But like, and then to see you run that 305 on a hilly course, was just what was super dope, and um, it was definitely a lesson learning weekend for me, dog, and I'm glad that you was able to go do your portion of the PR project for sure.
I was
Uh,
gonna do that regardless, bro. That
yeah,
was my first marathon.
well, no, I mean,
I couldn't fail.
no, I mean, but yeah, you could have.
That PR was
oh,
coming regardless,
oh,
bro. Oh, I
oh,
could have
you
walked
could.
off, but
No,
still,
I'm just saying. No, I mean, but you could have, yeah. If you ran 4 hours, that's a PR. But you and I both know you wouldn't be like, well, I finished.
no, I might have flew back to Detroit that day.
You
I
might have,
might have
you
flew
might have,
back on Saturday.
you
Red
might
eye.
have,
Get me out of here.
you might have took that medal, whipped that boy into the ocean right there.
For sure. For
Um,
sure.
but no, it was super inspiring to see you do your thing, and I wished I had the ability to, um, to pull it off. And honestly, if if that pain didn't come, I don't think that I would. That course is not a joke, bro. That course is designed to hurt people's feelings,
Break you.
to
To
break
break
you.
you. For sure.
That course is not all downhill in the first half. You will be working on some hills. Isn't that? Yeah, 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 yeah. All that, but you
That's
working.
cute, but
That's cute, but you are
yeah.
working that mile. I got a mile for you. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of them that you like. Oh, whoa, whoa, like this a hill. You know.
Yeah. So
But
I was telling Lance yesterday, I'll never go back to just like flat training. Never
no,
ever.
you can't. Never,
Never
never.
ever. Even if I'm
Yeah.
training for a flat marathon, I still want to incorporate hills. It Aaron sandbagging to keep those PR. You feel me? You
Yeah,
got to play the
yeah,
long game. You
that's
got to play the
perfect.
long. I can't go
That's
out there and
perfect.
run 240 in my first one. I might look. Great American philosopher Cameron Giles had a soliloquy on how you treat people when you first meet them. You just got to treat them trash, so they
Yeah,
can
so,
never say you don't treat me like you used to. You
like,
can
oh
never
yeah, yeah,
say that if I meet you and the first thing I do is say something crazy to you. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. But yeah, so that it was Boston is an amazing place, and I cannot wait to go back. Kensington for every long run. Nah, no. So, but then yeah, like to be honest, like I've never been. I know for 100%. I was 240, 243 or 242 fit lit before that injury. 100%. There's no shadow of a doubt. Like I know it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do all the other stuff, dog. You can't be out here just think you big pimping 80 something miles a week without doing any background.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Now we got
Chan-
some really good comments, bro. So
All right,
Lance
let's
says
get to
shout
that.
out to Gary for running his first sub 3 on that course
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Gary's
Gary.
a beast.
So so
That was crazy.
and Gary did all the extra stuff too. Gary was doing yoga. Gary was doing all the ab workouts and all that. Gary listened. Gary took it easy the first half. Gary had it all going on.
So and Alex says failure is defined differently to every person. I'm still hunting a BQ myself. I've been burned by the marathon multiple times, still hunting a sub 5 hour. The marathon will humble anyone. That is true.
Yes.
So, and as you guys know, I ran my first one a couple days before Tommy, and I felt great. I felt it was amazing. It was everything I could wish it could be until it wasn't.
Yeah.
And it was like, you have to pay attention. You have to dot your I's. You have to cross your T's. It's the small details in the marathon that it's like the stars align for you. You kind of need the stars to align for you to run that race that you're dreaming of running.
Yeah.
So
And even my PR day, I didn't feel like, like this dream of like you getting faster and better and everything just gets easier. That is not the case. We out here, we all suffering.
And I think, and shout out to Jared, he says, to be honest, what you may consider a personal shortcoming for you, Tommy, is a huge inspiration for runners all around the world. So keep it pushing. So I agree with that. But I also think you'll appreciate the next great race that much more.
Oh,
now
yeah.
that you've been through the ringer like you were. Because like you were ecstatic when you PR'd and you qualified in Glass City, but it's like,
yeah,
I don't know if you sat with it long enough to really understand, like, yeah, this is what I did.
Yeah,
so
no.
That next one, that 240, that sub 240, whether it's Chicago, New York, or wherever you end up going in the fall, like that's gonna be like the Kobe 5th ring. You know what I'm saying? The one without Shaq, the 4th ring without Shaq. This is gonna be like, I showed everybody, I showed myself that I'm capable of doing it, even though my last race didn't go that well. So Shannon says failure is part of the challenge that you encounter when you're an athlete. But if you actually understand what life is, and it's a two-parter, and what failure is, then it's easy for you to cope with. It's a part of life. You have failed, but you need to learn from that failure. And that comes from the great Eliud Kipchoge. And he's never failed, so I don't even understand why he would say something like that. But no, I'm joking.
No, he failed. Remember, he had that ear thing.
For sure. Oh yeah, he showed humans was limited in London as well. But
that was during the No Humans is Limited campaign. So that was the bigger failure than on the track, probably low key.
This is it right here though.
Ice baths.
That's all you need to do, bro.
Nah.
And
nah. No.
And Chris wants to know, had to join late. Did you already cover what's next? That's a great segue.
No,
that's what we're going to next.
Let's
now that Boston is in the rearview mirror for us in the short term, we definitely looking to get back there next year. But we still got a lot of racing left for this summer, for the fall. What we looking like, man? What's the word? What's next?
Yeah, so what's next? PR project will definitely continue. We are going to, after this episode, since it is the finale of the PR project season 1, this is going to be PR project off season. We will be tackling shorter races. We'll still be doing a show every Sunday. We still gonna be running, obviously. We'll still be connecting with brands and talking about shoes and talking about topics and all that. But you will see, more on the topic side, more of the, the conversational style that we've been kind of getting comfortable with. The more that you all show up, the more that you share it and all that stuff, the more we'll have just dope conversations. Because I think some of these conversations we don't really get to have. We hear people talk about it on podcasts, kinda, but they're really like more of like a higher nerdy run level. But this is a little different because you get to talk to us, you get to comment, we answer questions and stuff like that. So we want this off season to be to kind of lean more into being a community than just than Aaron and I just talking. So you'll see a lot of the same things. We're gonna push this community vibe. You'll hopefully start seeing PR project more out and about. We actually just did a live panel discussion at the Mercy Health Glass City Marathon on Saturday, the day before their marathon race. We interviewed three women from the elite field. We had English Jackson, Mary Ellen Cook, and
Lori Taylor.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lori.
Lori Taylor. Lori Taylor.
Educator. Shout out to Lori.
Yep. So
shout out to English too. She finished second.
English finished second. Shout out to Sydney from Michigan who finished first.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
On a workout day.
Just come by and scoop a first place. Like scoop scoop break the tape. You know what I'm saying? Just working out though, nothing serious. Just
Yeah,
hanging out.
I mean, she was like, she was at 22, she was in the lead, and that's what she's supposed to stop. She's like, I guess I should keep going.
Maybe,
So she
maybe.
kept going.
I'm sure English would have appreciated her stopping, but you
Yeah.
know,
No, but English ran really well. I was at the finish line when she finished. She looked solid and strong, and she's young too, so she's definitely got some time to go.
yeah, she's got some great days of running ahead of her for sure.
Yeah. So PR project next year and see the off season. So keep continuing to tap in. You'll be hearing more from UCAN. I think in the next couple of weeks we'll have some more news from them. You'll probably hear some cool things maybe every now and then from Tracksmith. Shout out to Tracksmith for tapping in on with big vibes. And you'll see us on the road a little bit too. So please stay tuned. That's dope for us, or for me for sure. For the next marathon will be Chicago. Also most likely going to be running New York as well, 3 weeks apart. I've actually heard really good things from people that have done those two. Because oddly, if you run a good race in Chicago, since it's 3 weeks away, if you recover properly really quickly after, the fitness that you gain, if done right, can actually slingshot like back into a decent performance and almost run the same. Like, this is weird. Like, somebody's like, it's weird that you can actually do it the right way, recovery, and you can almost run the same race. So
Aaron Henry said, do y'all feel relieved to not have a marathon anytime soon? This is a great question. No.
Yeah,
I miss running so bad. So I'm taking a couple weeks off just to allow my body to rest and reset. But man, I miss running. I miss the structure of training. I miss just the competitiveness of pushing myself to do stuff that I didn't think I can do. I miss running a lot, man. My watch is telling me I'm trash now. Like, it's talking real disrespectful.
I don't even look at it. I just look at mine for time right now. I have no business looking at this. And I want to answer this too. Gary earlier said, "How is your knee now?" It was feeling really good. Actually, yesterday I was trying to like scoot real quick from one spot to the next to go to get to the porta potties around the side, and I'm just like jogging like super slow, like I wasn't even moving. And then it started to feel again. I'm like, damn. But I don't feel it right now. So I think I just need another week of just real downtime. No jogging. So I think I'll be fine though. Like,
shout out to Alexa. She running a marathon this Saturday.
Where?
Locally, probably in the Seattle area. She's crazy.
Seattle, yeah.
She's crazy.
Was it?
Let's see. And yes, if you have a local race that you want to see us pull up to or something, you know what I'm
saying? Hold up. Sorry, yeah, say that again. Yeah, so Chris said I PR'd a 10K race yesterday, 38:53. 1 week away from my marathon, looking to catch that PR.
That BQ. Yes, sir. That's it's so there. Dope. That sounds like you are right on track.
That's 38:53.
That should
Congratulations.
That should
we need a bell.
Something like a 258, 257. I'm not sure how old you are or what age group you're in, but yeah, if you run an equivalent to that 10K, you will qualify, even if you're 12.
Yeah, Parker Stinson. Okay, and then Alexander Wright says Riverbank Run May 14 in GR. Parker Stinson will be there to defend his title. Fun race, even to spectate. Hope to see some of you guys there.
So about Grand Rapids, we'll be there this weekend. But she runs. Shout out to Gazelle.
She runs GR.
There cheering on all the strong young ladies and not so young ladies and all the great women in the 50th year of women's marathon. So, Aaron, are you going to do Chicago?
No, he's not doing Chicago.
I didn't qualify for Chicago.
He's not doing Chicago. He's doing New York though.
I did not qualify for New York.
You don't have to qualify for New York.
I did not make the raffle for New York.
You don't have to do the raffle for New York.
I don't have enough money to run New York.
Okay. You're not going to say.
Okay, I'm going to say. I don't have enough PTO.
I'm about to say, you're going to have to go to PTO. You're going to have to go to something else because.
Did you ever hear what Kanye said about New York?
What did Kanye say about New York?
Don't you know you got to be rich just to be poor there? I ain't making it, bro. It's over.
All right. Well, you'll see Aaron and I in New York most likely.
I might be in New York, but I might not run New York. I want to run a half. We'll see.
Man, come on, man. Nobody care about them. Don't care
I heard
about
about
your
Indy.
hat.
I heard Indy Monumental was a very nice race. I
Yeah,
could drive.
Indy Monte, whatever is a great full marathon race too. So you're not running the full.
Yeah, I heard the Hamilton, Ontario marathon is nice too. I really like Ontario, so I might do that too. We'll see.
You'll see him in New York, guys. It's okay, Aaron. Just
Crazy.
it's okay. It's okay to just go with the flow. It's fine.
I reserve my rights to not make any commitments to any races right now.
All right. So yeah, that's next. Aaron's running New York. You'll see us run a bunch of smaller races. Shout out to Trivium in Michigan. We'll be doing those. Shout out to probably Run Toledo. I'll probably sneak down a couple times to run a Toledo race or two. But shout out to all of you all for watching this all season long. Big shout out to UCAN. I'm just gonna say something just straightforward. Listen, y'all. No, but for real, if you are looking for a nutrition product, check them out. You just trying it once or twice helps our cause for sure. So not gonna front on that. Like the more that you all support us in that push, the more they support us to continue the show going and cut the check. I'm just playing. For real though. Yeah. So thanks so much for watching the show. You all are dope. And
this is the perfect first season. Shout out. This is only the beginning. We've got a lot of things in mind that we want to do, a lot of things that we would appreciate having you guys come and experience with us. I never thought that we would be doing a 15 episode first season. Like Tommy came up with the idea. I really wasn't trying to do it, but you guys like it. I have a good time doing it. Shout out to y'all. Let's keep building the community. We want to encourage everybody to become the best version of themselves. We want to create a safe space for not only just runners, but anybody that wants to just come in and talk shop and hang out. Like, this is what we're doing. The off season is going to be cool. We're going to have some cool people on, hopefully. And yeah, get us to 500 subscribers, man. We're trying to get there. We're trying to show proof of concept so we can keep building this thing. So,
and then the thing about
a friend to tell a friend, like,
and the thing about PR Project for sure is just like, it's no matter where you go, no matter what race, you know, everybody knows what a PR is, you know, and it's like we all connect to it. We're all out here trying to get faster, better, stronger. So we want the PR Project to feel more like a thing for everyone, because that's what we are here for. The Office Seinfeld.
Showing big love, bro. Big love.
Oh, nothing. Oh man, wow. Wow, man.
Hey, all right, y'all ain't got to gas us up like that. We're going to get up out of here, but thank you so much for the support, everybody. We're going to keep bringing solid content to y'all. Follow Tommy on Instagram at
Tommy Runs, TOMMIE _RUNZ, and follow this fool at
Aaron Worldwide, Aaron X Worldwide, AARONX WORLDWIDE. Shout out to me. It's my birthday. We going crazy. I'm in the house.
I'm about to say you going crazy. You literally you about to get off this thing and go eat.
I'm in the house, bro. I'm about to eat. Dinner.
But yeah, super shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us. Big shout out to Alexis, the third member of the crew. One day we just got to have Alexis on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Alexis is so far the chief director of recruitment.
Basically. Oh yeah, we had a live show.
People on here, bro.
Yeah, she had at least 5 people on the show that last time. But yeah, thank you so much. We love you. Keep rocking with us. Subscribe if you're not already. Tell a friend, like he says.
Always.
We out. Richard Nixon. Wait. Oh,
just end it, bro. Just end it. But yes. Say less.